What is going on, guys? This is me, Ultimate King, back with another video on Clash Royale. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the deck which I'm using for ladder, and this deck is very good. So this is the deck which I'm using for ladder, and this is the spell bait deck. So this deck is like very good. So I'll just tell you the what to do in some cases. So log is there, so it's like the spell bait deck. So log is there for just cycling and spells, princess and dark prince, tornado, and inferno dragon. So you can also put the bandit in terms of inferno dragon. Actually I had played a lot of spell bait decks, but then I forgot that there was bandit, so I put the inferno dragon in. So but inferno dragon is also working pretty fine. Goblin barrel with the tank to get the tower, goblin gang for defense, spear goblins for defense as well, and for air attack. Okay, so let's hop on into the first replay very quickly. So I had played 6 matches with this deck, and I had won all 6 of them. So now we're facing against a prince graveyard. So this level 11 has a lot of things which we need to worry about. I get really tremendous value getting the princess as well. So the only problem in that deck is that he also has a lot of troops which attack in the air, but this deck doesn't. So that might be a problem, but rest of it is fine. You can play it. So prince there, we'll log the princess just to make sure that we don't get any damage. So he let the dark prince to get on the tower, which is like a menace seriously. So he also let me get a lot of chip damage, so I just tornado everything to make sure that I don't get a lot of damage. So that was pretty bad log. So his graveyard placement is pretty weird as well. I don't know why he plays that, but we certainly have an advantage against that, because his graveyard placement was pretty bad, and in this deck you just have to keep the cycle ready to make sure that you don't be out cycled. You should always know the rotation of the troops and how to rotate the troops. So first you need to get to know what the opponent's deck is and how you will counter it. You have to make up your mind how you will counter the opponent's deck. So I actually like to play this deck a lot, because this deck is like very nice, and I really love this deck because of its damaging capabilities. So I'm facing against a level 10 player who has giant skeleton level 6, which is like a lot. I have only level 3, so I'm almost like half of him. So my goblin barrel placement is not very accurate, but you can place your goblin anything like that. So maybe he didn't know that the dark prince does splash. That is why he led the goblin gang, which is pretty menacing to handle if you don't know the correct cycling state. And I just brought in the princess to make sure that I don't get a lot of damage. I put the dark prince to defend against the archers and goblin gangs. So match is over. I win pretty easily. It was it's an easy deck to play, not difficult at all, but again you might face some decks which are little difficult, like lava loon. It is a little bit difficult against this deck, and maybe hog cycle, because hog cycle is also pretty dirty. and I hate to play Hog Cycle against this deck. So certainly that is some of the few cases which I don't like to play against this deck, but what I do like to play against this deck is like P.E.K.K.A decks, something like that, because those all are pretty good. So the princess survives and he zaps it. So zap is not a thing which would get the tremendous value. So he doesn't know the distraction technique, which is good for me. Actually know that distraction technique. So I get the Valkyrie on the King Tower because I didn't have the Inferno Dragon to defend the Valkyrie. So I activated my King Tower, which would help me maybe if the game goes into double elixir time. So a quick tip about using the Goblin Barrel, that if you just like tornado it when it's just spawned, then you get you do not get hit on the tower. But if you like do it sometime later, then you might get another hit on the tower. So that's that. So I've also faced a match against Lockbait, and this in this you can see how to play against bait deck. So he has the counter to my deck, but I also have the counter to his deck. But Spellbait is slightly little bit stronger, I think, because but his deck can also be pretty strong because he has the rocket in it, which I don't, and Knight takes a lot of damage. So he logs that, and his Ice Spirit is like pretty underleveled, so, and his princess as well. So now I activate the, okay, yeah, that was that. I should have not spawned the Goblin Gang, I think. So I'm like above, I am 1000 hit points above him, so I really have advantage. Okay, so he lets me get a lot of damage on the tower by the Inferno Dragon. Like if you let the Inferno Dragon stay on the tower without defending, then surely you would get the damage. So his log went out of cycle, and I attacked him then. So that is the thing which you have to apply, because this deck is like much faster cycle than the original Logbait deck. So you have to keep your mind in the deck and how you are gonna use this. So prediction log, and you get the tower. Easy gameplay, easy. You just have to make sure that your troops are in cycle if you have the counter to his troops. So let's hop on into this battle. So his deck is also somewhat similar to the other one. So in this matchup, he lets the Inferno Dragon get on the tower, and I take the damage. So that's good. I log that, and yeah, see now. So the Inferno Dragon was on the tower, and he put the Skeleton Army a bit late. So that is why I got the value, and rest of the things, yeah. So I got the value. I got tremendous value against that, and so now he's overpowering me a little bit, but no worries. I still have got him. So the next replay which I'm going to show you is against a P.E.K.K.A Mega Knight deck with Balloon and Freeze. So he also has the counter to my deck. So you have to watch this match pretty carefully. So he got the balloon value, but he also let me take the Goblin Barrel value on his tower, bringing it down from 3,000 to 1,445. So he lets the Goblin Barrel on the tower too. So no worries, I take the tower as well, so it's like a tower trade. So now you have to see that how I defend this push which he's gonna make. So he has got my Inferno Dragon as well. So I wanted to like tornado that, but Then I couldn't. He missed the rocket, and so this is gonna be pretty devastating because he missed the rocket on the Inferno Dragon. If he would have gotten the rocket, then surely the Mega Knight wouldn't have been killed, and he could have taken more damage on the tower. So that was like pretty good. So it's the end of video, and make sure to show your support, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and please post the comments if you want to know anything about this deck. I'm always here for you. Bye.